Hello, my name is Jared Perry, and I'm going to discuss the Oceanside Beach State Recreational Site. I will cover the history of the site, an overview of the recreation activities available, and the current management techniques. My assessment of the site includes the methods I use to gather information, my findings, and my recommendations for improving the site. This is the view as you drive into the Oceanside Recreational Site. The area encompasses 7.3 acres near the center of town. The Three Arch Rock Wildlife Refuge area is located just offshore, as you can see. The following are interpretive signs at the park. They provide visitors a brief history of the area, safety precautions, and rules to abide by. The first portion of land making up the recreation area was owned by the Rosenberg family. It was donated in 1968 and included Maxwell Point and a tunnel for beach access. Tillamook County gave another acre of land in 1970. Other tracts of land were purchased in 1970 and 1971, and the Flusher family gave a small tract in 1980 to complete the land area included in the recreation area today. There are many recreational opportunities that visitors take advantage of at Oceanside Beach. I'll go into more of those throughout this presentation. The site is managed by Oregon State Park Service. In the winter, park rangers visit the site every other day, and in the summer, they visit the site every day. During busy weekends, they visit the site 2 or 3 times a day. There's a public restroom available and a picnic table. There are 2 free parking lots to support the recreation area. Throughout the rest of this presentation, I will discuss some of the environmental, social, and managerial conditions and impacts at work in the Oceanside Beach recreational area and share some recommendations to maintain the area to be used effectively for many years to come. To gather information about the recreation area, I took multiple photos and spoke with some of the visitors. I also spoke with a local business owner of a restaurant that is directly across the parking area for the site. I wanted to get multiple perspectives from visitors to understand the appeal and impression people have of the site, so I spoke with a variety of people, some who had never been to the site before, some who have been coming to the site repeatedly for a long time, and some who live near the site. I was conscious to include men and women of all ages since age and gender can greatly influence visitors' perspectives. I conducted online research for the history and to learn about even more of the uses of the site. I also spoke over the phone with the Oregon State Park Service managing the property. In this section, I will go over my findings and discuss the conditions and impacts. This is the main parking area for the site. On busy days, the parking lot is full and cars park along the outer edge of the lot, even illegally in some cases. The parking spaces are large, and as long as it isn't overcrowded, it is easy to maneuver. There is an additional parking lot at the top of the hill, and as you can see here, stairs have been installed for an easier walk to the beach access point. Although the parking is free, it is limited, thus keeping the carrying capacity of the overall site low. There are informational sites at the beach access point. They warn visitors of potential safety issues. A fence was installed along the parking area to keep visitors from shortcutting a trail from the parking area to the beach. In 1 hour observing, approximately 15 people walked directly past this sign and climbed over the fence to use the shortcut path to the beach. Not only that, but because of the erosion, there are multiple paths to the beach in this area, as shown in the pictures. This is an example of trail braiding. This beach is dog friendly. While this is nice for dog owners, I observed an instance where a dog lunged at another visitor. The dog situation is an example of a one-way conflict, where the dog owner was looking for agates and not paying attention to his dog, and a runner ran by the dog, and then the dog lunged at the runner. The runner was unhappy. There are a large number of recreational activities available at this site. As you can see here, there is a wide variety of visitors enjoying the beach. Some of their activities include beachcombing, fitness, dog walking, playing in the sand, and just enjoying nature. Paragliding is popular from Maxwell Point, and you can see the fishing boats out near the rocks in the ocean.
Too scary at first, so we stayed down. So I went to paint mirrors and then I worked off the rails.
As you can see, there's a police telephone just in case of emergencies at Maxwell Point. Should I give it a try? Let's see. That's a big nope, but I bet these paragliders are having the time of their lives. After enjoying lunch at the Blue Agate Cafe across the street and talking to the restaurant owner about the park, I enjoyed a little walk across the beach and took some time watching the surfers.
Wipeout.
After watching the surfers wipe out a few times, I decided to head to the north side of Oceanside Beach, where there's a tunnel that goes through Maxwell Point and leads to another beach, aptly named Tunnel Beach. This is a very exciting part of the beach trip for many visitors. The seclusion and adventure of going through a tunnel to get to a hidden beach is a very exciting concept. However, it does cause some management struggles. People have vandalized the walls in the tunnel, and driftwood and logs accumulate in the tunnel during storms and high seas, making it difficult to safely get through the tunnel at times. It is very unsafe without a flashlight. Now that I have reached the other side of the tunnel, I am safely on Tunnel Beach. There are tide pools and marine gardens. The anemones and the sea stars cling to the rocky outcroppings, waiting for the tide to come back. They stay above the water long enough for visitors to catch a glimpse. Here is a great example of a sea garden and beautiful anemones attached to the rocks. In the winter, the sand is stripped from the beach, exposing the rocks below. It is a great place to hunt for agates and other minerals, such as jasper. Many visitors come just for this experience.
An agate.
It is illegal to mine these minerals without a permit, so these seawalls are off limits, but you can legally take them off the beach. This area is known for falling rocks and rock slides, so be careful out there, beachcombers. Now for some recommendations to improve. Originally, I had the idea of installing trash cans, but when I spoke with the ranger office, I found out that there used to be trash cans present, but some of the vacation renters took advantage of the situation and used those trash cans for their own garbage. The ranger said that visitors could leave their garbage at the access sign and it would be collected. Another observation I made was that 3 separate groups of people in the span of about an hour and a half came up towards the restrooms looking for a place to wash the sand off their feet. There is already a water fountain in front of the restroom, so it would be relatively easy and inexpensive to add a faucet low to the ground for visitors to wash sand off their feet. Over the life of this investment, it could be more expensive, especially if visitors are not conserving water very well. With all the additions of some of these amenities, a fee parking lot could offset the cost of upkeep in developing the area. In addition to the fence and sign that are already installed, I would plant an indigenous plant species that grows up quickly along the fence row and shortcut path to the beach to limit foot traffic and help with erosion. The addition of a sign to show that the parking area at the top of the hill is public parking and also free of charge would help with the flow of traffic. I would also suggest the addition of more picnic tables. This is an example of untapped recreational potential. The view is gorgeous, but currently there is only one fixed picnic table and one fixed park bench directly in front of the restaurant. The beach access is also in poor condition. The beach access point is paved for the most part, but at the bottom of the paved slope, there's a 6 to 8 inch drop off that goes to large rocks and a stream. I would make the beach itself more accessible and even handicap accessible by constructing a ramp or at least moving the rocks to make a smooth transition from the paved hill. The tunnel was almost impassable about a month ago. It was cleared by the local fire department and it was much better, and then another storm came up and pushed more driftwood and logs into the tunnel. Visitor safety would be greatly improved if the cleanup was done on a routine basis, and the visitors had a flashlight. Another recommendation that wouldn't increase cost too much would be guided talks. Since the rangers are already going to the site multiple times a day during the summer months, they could choose a weekend or two in the summer to take a group through the tunnel and explain all the unique things to do in Oceanside. They could show visitors what agates are and how to find them, or give an overview of the life in a tide pool. One other recommendation is to get Oceanside Beach included in a beach cleanup. There are a few local organizations that would help out and clean up the litter that washes up from the ocean. Oceanside Beach State Recreation Site is a wonderfully diverse location. It boasts a wide variety of recreational opportunities and is enjoyed by visitors of all ages. It has been around for many years, and with current management practices, it will be around for many years to come. Throughout the process of investigating this site and evaluating it for future improvements, I have learned that every recommendation has potential positive impact, but it comes at a cost. These costs must be balanced with potential benefits and evaluated within the frame of reference of the site and the future plans for the site.